Hey, this is Anthony Cesare with SuccessForYourSongs.com, and in this video I take the challenge of writing a song in 30 minutes. So let's see if I can come up with anything worthwhile in a half hour. Okay, so we're gonna do a little songwriting challenge here. This should be interesting because I've never written a song this quickly. So I'm gonna give myself 30 minutes, see what I can come up with. I haven't had any of the ideas for what I'm about to do here before, so it's all gonna be within this 30 minutes. The only thing I was kicking around inside my head, just because I know I wanna be fast. So in order to be quick, I have decided that a couple things that I'm gonna do to approach this is I'm going to start with chords and then do melody and then do lyrics, because I think I'll be able to do that the most quickly, especially since I usually take a really long time writing lyrics. So I definitely want to save that for the end since I don't have a lot of time here. And also I think I'm just going to keep it in the key of C because that'll just be easy. And again, I'm looking for speed. So that's about it. I'm going to be using keyboards, and I've got this Spitfire audio plugin, which is really great if you do any writing in a DAW, because this is free and there's like a ton of great sounds on here. I've been finding myself using this a lot lately, even more than some of the paid plugins that I have. So anyway, I'm just going to use this because I can also make the screen kind of big and you'll be able to see what I'm playing down here. And if you see the timer speeding up at all, that's just because in editing, if I just stood there thinking to myself, there's no need for you to sit through that on the video. So I'll just, I may fast forward through a couple parts. So other than that, I think we're good to go. So let's get started. I actually also recommend that you do this as well. I'm pushing myself to do this, and I think it would be beneficial for you to do that also. Probably best if you watch me go through this first and then set your own timer and do it for yourself. Could be just a productive way for you to spend a half hour. But then again, we'll see where I'm at the end of this half hour and how worthwhile this all was for me, and I guess you can judge from that. So, okay, let's get started. Before we move on, I just want to mention that we have a couple of free songwriting cheat sheets for you that can download in the upper right-hand side of the screen. You can just tap that little eye and grab those. Also, if you have not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel to stay updated on our latest songwriting videos, we've got a subscribe button on the lower right-hand side of the video. You can do that there. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to keep this in the key of C, and I'm probably going to bounce around a lot on the super common chords, which are the 1, 4, 5, and 6 minor. So let's see what I can come up with that. Oh, I should also mention that I was talking about the things that I had already decided on before I started this video. And one of those was that I think I'm just going to keep the structure to verse, chorus. Again, just in nature of being quick. So let's just jam around on some chords. I think I like the idea of that ending on an A minor, but maybe like a second time around. It's a little too straightforward. I don't know. This feels a little too run-of-the-mill, but I don't know if I should worry about that. think I'm like in that version of the 1 4 5 6 minor. All right, I think I'm gonna go with that. I'm at least gonna record that just to have a version of this. I should decide on a tempo too. I kind of like where the tempo I'm playing this at, so let's figure out what that is. Okay, so let's go with 70. Get a click track in here. Whoops. All right, let's clean this up a little bit. So I am having some latency issues with the software that I'm using right now. It's there's a little bit of delay between the time that I'm playing the key and I'm hearing it. So that's partially why the timing's off, and it's also partially because I suck. But it's hard to tell which is which right now. I think this latency thing is contributing to some of this. But let's just quantize this. Okay, time is of the essence. Let's say that's good enough. So that's a chord progression. That's either going to be my verse or my chorus. So a lot of times it's common to go to a natural minor for a different section. A lot of times that works for a bridge, but since I'm only going to be using a verse and a chorus here, maybe I'll try that now. So I could try something by starting on A minor and see if that can lead into this or take me out of it in a decent way. I like the idea of going non-diatonic here, so using a note that's not in the key. And I also like the way that A minor goes into the E minor. So, and then I'm using the G in the root or in the bass. That's kind of cool. All right, let me get that in before I forget it. Okay, so I got something there. These chords are lower than what I had before, and it does feel like it's leading into something. So I think I'm going to use this as a verse. But let's see. This was nonsense. Let me just slide these all over again because of that latency stuff, aka my code for me sucking at timing. Okay. Yeah, this is feeling like a verse to me, so I think I'm gonna try to make this the verse. Um, and looking at the time, I'm already over a third of the way through my time, so I really got to get moving here, because if I consider the chords are a third, the melody's a third, and the lyrics are a third, I am behind. So I gotta move faster here. All right, so I'm just gonna listen to this through a few times and just kind of vamp on some melodic ideas while I do. So let's see what comes of that. Let me record that. I mean, I was gonna sing the melody, but I just started playing around, and I kind of like that. So let me just record that so I have it as a reference, and then I can sing on top of it. I wanted a little change on the second time that motif hits. I'm not sure if that's right, but then again, I have less than half my time left, so I might just go with it. See, this could be cool if this moved down. Nope. That's where I had it the second time. I'm going to take that note out. I think that's going to be my change. So kind of leave some suspense going into the chorus. Okay, so I'm just going to go with this as my melody for the verse. And by the way, notice how I did this in the relative minor and the A minor, and it's really taken on that minor feel. We had something that felt a little more upbeat when I was in the chorus in C, but now this is totally different. So anyway, I'll shut up now and get going on a chorus melody. I like how that retains some of that sadness from the verses. I gotta double this because I need this again for sure. let me record that in twice, and I'll see if I can make a change. Okay, so that's a change. Normally I'd want to play around with that more, but I only have a third of my time left, and I got to get the lyrics. So, all right, let's figure out some chorus stuff first. We need the big idea here. Okay, I'm hearing falling here. Falling. Stresses hit that right too. Falling. Da, 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 da. And if you have to say, and if you have to say, I'm falling, falling. How about, and if you have to say, you're falling. I'm just kind of listening to the stresses as I do this, because they sound right. Normally I would analyze them a little bit more, but have to say you're falling, falling. You'll never have to say, maybe. Something like, I'll catch you. Kind of cliche and lame, but okay. Falling further, maybe? Man, I should not be thinking about this hard, but every time I'm hearing, like, every time and just whatever words are hitting me first that have the right syllables as I'm listening to it, I'm just gonna kind of go with. Every time I want you or want to, every time I want you, something, yeah. Every time I want. All right. Every time I want you to want to, nothing new. Oh, this is awful. Let's just go with it for now, because if I finish, then I can edit. Want you, nothing new here. Whoops. Everything that I do, has do. And if you have to say you're falling, let me just sing this whole thing through. I'm just gonna lower my melody so I could sing along with it, but it's not in the way. Okay, let's go with that. Every time I want you to want to, nothing new here. Everything that I do just has to let you. And if you have to say you're falling further, you'll never have to say you're falling. I'll catch you. Okay, pretty god-awful lyrics, but I got something. And I do need another verse, so I'm not technically finished yet. Oh, what am I saying here? Every time I want you to, there's nothing new. So whatever I want you to do, you're probably not doing it, and that's the same, I guess. Everything that I do has to let you. I don't even know what that means. And if you have to say you're falling further, you'll never have to say you're falling. That doesn't make any sense. But I'll catch you, so that's cool. All right, so since that doesn't really make sense, I had big plans to plan out these sections and stuff, but that's not working. I got 3 minutes, so I'm just gonna wing it for verse number 2. So let's see whatever comes to my head for that. Finding gold in hard things, wrong things, everything. All right. Oh man. So I sort of have something with 1:51 left. I mean, these lyrics are absolute trash. The melody's okay. I would want to tweak that a little bit more. Get a little bit of change in that. And obviously I'd have to lengthen this song because it's really short right now. I mean, I only have it recorded one time through. I started at a minute. Yeah, I get this. Both of these sections are about a minute. So if I doubled that, I'd be at 2 minutes. So it'd be a super short song. Let's see. I got a minute here to maybe fix some verse 2 lyrics. Let's see. Hard things, wrong things, everything. What the world has offered to see through. For you have to say you're falling further. You'll never have to say you're falling. I'll catch you. All right, so I'm calling it. We got 25 seconds left here. Lessons learned. I mean, I know I always take a long time to write lyrics, and this is just proving why to me. I normally would have wanted to uh, come up with a reason for each section. Really, I'd want to come up with a reason for the whole song and then spread that out into each section. This, I just kept looking at the clock, and which is up right as I said that, interestingly enough. And it just made me want to go, 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 which could be good as an exercise. I think forced me to get these melodies out and the chords, and I think I got some cool stuff there that I would want to tweak because the chords especially were super common. I used a 1, 4, 5, 6 minor a lot, so I would maybe want to go through those again and see if I can substitute other things. I did get that one non-diatonic chord in there, so that was cool. What else? Yeah, like I said, lyrically, I didn't have the time to do anything except whatever came out of the top of my head, which is a good way to do scratch lyrics if you're writing a melody. So if I just wanted to play around with a melody and I didn't want to sing nonsense syllables, I wanted to sing actual words, what I did here is good enough for that. Another thing I could do is kind of like comb through it and just see if there's any kind of ideas in these lyrics that I might want to expand on. Maybe there is a song in here. Like I said, everything that kind of came up with was just garbage off the top of my head, but there could be something like the finding gold in hard things and wrong things. There could be a song idea in that, especially finding gold in hard things. But the idea of there being treasure in things that are difficult is definitely a worthwhile idea. I don't know if that idea fits with the mood of this song. It ended up being pretty melancholy with the tempo I chose and the especially starting on that A minor section. So finding gold in difficult things, that could go either way. It could be something that could be upbeat. It could be like a lessons learned kind of song, or it could be things don't work out, so you might as well take the difficult lesson from it. So I think that could probably be an idea that works for this song. But like I said, for the most part, these were just placeholder lyrics because it's just all I had time to do. And let's say these were lyrics that I just kind of wrote out as a first draft. Another thing I could do, ways that I would want to clean them up, is say, what's the idea for this verse? And then focus in when I write the specific lyrics for that verse on what that idea for the verse is. Same thing with the chorus. What's the idea for the chorus? And focus in on the specific idea for that chorus as I'm writing those lyrics. And also, how's what the verse says going to lead up to the chorus? Right now, it's all just kind of random ideas. Maybe I can make a case that some of this stuff is connected, but the other thing I would want to do is, if this was just like a first draft and I did kind of like the overall ideas, I could kind of go through and think about, okay, what I'm saying here is really generic and, hey, nothing new. So I might think about how I want to add some metaphors or some visuals to the idea in this line. So I'm saying every time I want you to do something, nothing new happens. So, okay, I'm saying that, but how can I say it in a much more detailed and descriptive kind of way? That would kind of be one of the many next steps that I would want to do with these lyrics. But technically, I guess I have a finished song here, a short 2-minute song with 4 sections and short verses. And ultimately, I just consider this like, ideas to pick at for future songs. And also, I went with the C major, A minor thing because it was easy to play on the piano. But as you can hear from when I was singing that, it was kind of low for my voice, especially like in the chorus part. I would definitely want to find a key where I can lift that up and find a better place for my vocals for this. So there's definitely that. I mean, part of it was I was unsure of the melody because I basically wrote it and then tried to sing it. So I was kind of trying to sing it and find it at the same time. But also I could just tell it's just a little too low for my voice. It wanted to be high, but I know I just wouldn't be able to hit that at an octave higher. So, that's another thing I would want to revisit. Like I said, chord-wise, I might find some other interesting chords, but out of everything, I mean, I kind of like the chord progression the best, I think. I think there was some cool stuff happening here chord-wise. Even the melody, I mean, had some interesting stuff as well. Like I said, I'd have to find where that would fit my vocal better, but I think there was some cool things that was just from, some quick noodling on the piano. So yeah, I mean, I think this is a worthwhile exercise, even just to get some ideas. Like I said, I wouldn't like go full steam ahead into production with this as a song, obviously, but I could totally pull some ideas from this and maybe it becomes a few different songs, or it's just something that I flesh out in much more detail just as one song. I add a bridge, I add maybe a pre-chorus or something. I see this through. I spend a couple days on it at least, trying to figure all this stuff out that I just rush through now. But by doing everything in a half hour, it forced me to get these ideas. And you just may be better at this than me. I mean, you may take the half hour and be like, boom, I'm good with what I got here, and that could be okay too. I mean, this is just me doing this here. And what I'm finding from this is I really like this as an idea gathering kind of exercise. Just you're looking at the clock, you have to do something, and then boom, it's speed writing, and then now we can analyze it after that half hour is over and start to dig in. Should I choose to. So I would recommend doing this. I think you can get something out of it. Maybe you'll find, like I did, that it's just for ideas. But like I said, maybe you're just better at this than me, and you'll have a song in a half hour, and that would be pretty friggin' awesome. Although I do tend to think that editing is a worthwhile endeavor. So even if you write something, a half hour, I doubt you'll be able to get more than a first draft. So it's super unlikely that the first draft of something that you come up with is going to be the best it can possibly be. The more you edit and push it and tweak it, it can only get better. Because even if your original concept in some of the ideas was the best, you'll know that by trying other things, which you just don't have time to try in this quick of a time slot. So I would try this if you can. You could post yours below the video so that we can hear what you did in a half hour. But this was fun, so I hope you got something out of it. So thanks for checking it out. So I hope you found that information useful. If you'd like a lot more ways to improve your songwriting, I've got a couple of free cheat sheets for you that you can download by tapping on the screen here. Also, if you have not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel to stay updated on our latest songwriting videos, you can tap our logo on the screen for that. So thank you for checking this one out. I'll talk to you in the next one.